So for today's video, we're gonna go on a little early evening adventure. Get some dinner, check out some of the night festivities. I know I did a video showcasing some of the nightlife, but obviously things are going to vary from night to night. And well, we're gonna have a good time. Let's make our way out to the atrium. See what everybody's doing out in the town. I do have to be honest with all of you. I cannot wait to come back here in October. I swear the ship is probably at like maybe half capacity. Let's see what's going on in the Improv. By the way, before we head into the Improv, I am going to put it in my final review, but I thought I'd let you all know. I was talking to my friend Frank. He's the comedian currently on board. We used to work on board the NCL Escape together. A lot of people have been talking about how small the venues are, both passengers and crew. Guess what the capacity size is for this venue? Even though the ship has a capacity total of 3,200 people, which is still a decent amount of people, the capacity limit for the Improv is 70 people. 70. I think we got deal and
$10. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause. Winning us out $10. Congratulations to you there. Well done. Welcome to you. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for playing.
So tonight's the big night. We're gonna have the ultimate Prima party dance thing. I forgot what it's called, but it's like an ultimate Prima party. Basically, they're finally, because we only had it one time, I think it was the first date we were here, where they actually showcased the Prima Theater turn into what they call the Vegas style nightclub. And I had a great time. I just hope they were gonna do it more often on this cruise, but well, this will be the second and last time. But either way, it's gonna be a good day, or good night rather. And we're gonna do some partying. We're on deck 17. Let's take a look at the Galaxy Pavilion. See if people are actually in there having a good time. I do love this little time machine portal walkthrough area. It makes you feel like you're going into like another world. Really cool. This is such a cool area of the ship. I gotta admit, I absolutely love this. Beautifully designed. I still didn't get a chance to go on this guy here. I'm gonna go on it tomorrow. It's literally, if you guys can see my other video, it's like a virtual reality truck. You put on a headset and you just have a good time. Now we are gonna head back down to the Improv and go check out my friend Frank. It's his last show. I don't know why, I've always been the same way. Whenever I worked on board the Escape, I went to every single one of the shows. He's that funny. Frank Townsend. So here we are. We are at the Improv again for the comedy show. Now I will say that there's always going to be a waiting list, of course. And they're very strict on the reservations here because it's such tight capacity. 70 people can fit inside this room here. So yeah. What they do is they bring the people in with the reservations, let them inside, and then they start a waiting line right here. So if you see behind me, what they're doing is whenever there is reservations, and then a place like this, like I said, the venue's small, they let all the people in with reservations first, and then they put everybody else that wants to see the show or whatever event is going on the waiting list. They say they're trying to avoid lines now, but they had lines when I came here a few days ago, but they said go hang out at a bar, Metropolitan, whatever, and about 5 to 10 minutes prior to the show, come back here, and they said if there is space available, they will let you in. So I'm at the Metropolitan waiting to get a drink while I go try and get into the comedy show. And I know some of you are out there gonna say you should have just made a reservation. Yeah, could have, should have, would have, but reservations aren't like, I don't know, it's not my strong point. Oh, guys, by the way, this is Jay. He's one of the comedians on board. Amazing, funny. If you ever get on board this ship, or yeah,
Just a man.
he's a lion. I want to be like him when I grow up. Okay, got my drink. Let's see if we can get into the show. We're calling out the names for the people on the waiting list.
Standing room. It's only 40 minutes show if you're willing to stand, okay? 4-0 for last. Woohoo!
Well, I won the lottery, so now I get to go in and see the show. So like I said, not the biggest venue at all, holds 70 people. And what'll happen is if there's people that get in that weren't on the reserved list, they have to stand in the back, which is pretty normal, but still, like I said, for the size, they could have done a little better job at making the Improv a little bigger on this ship. Now, for those that don't know how the comedy game works, obviously I can't record my friend Frank's show. I can't have somebody stealing his jokes now, naturally. So I will show you the entrance, and then after that, I'll meet you guys after the show.
Good evening and welcome to the Improv at Sea. Your comedian tonight has performed at clubs and colleges all over the world. He's a Norwegian favorite. It's Frank Townsend.
So the comedy show has concluded. I had a lot of fun. I'm gonna get some food. Probably just gonna go to the buffet, I think. I've been keeping things simple for this cruise. Because I'll be honest with you, this is the first cruise that I think I've ever been, I dare say it, lonely. What I mean by that is that prior to this cruise, I had my friend Lisa Marie. We used to work in the spa together. Well, she worked in the spa, I worked in entertainment. And then, before that, first of all, we have a couple of celebrities here. Do you guys know Bram? Mr. Seize the Day himself. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel, by the way, if you haven't already. But look, he's been telling me the whole cruise about how horrible my channel is, how horrible of a man I am. He said I'm not a maid.
You talk too much. You're always talking.
Yeah, I know. You're right. Anyway, what I was about to say before I was rudely interrupted by Bram. Follow his channel, by the way. He's an amazing guy. We've been hanging out the whole cruise. Really nice guy. But what I was saying was, this is the first cruise in about a year of me jumping on cruise ships because most of you know, I usually cruise alone. And prior to this cruise, I had my friend Lisa Marie. She worked in the spa. I worked in entertainment back on board the NCL Escape. And we went to Ibiza, and it was a wild time. It was amazing, right? And then prior to that, Lauren and I were on the MSC Opera. And it hit me that this can be kind of lonely. Yeah, I make friends, I talk to people. I just wish that there were more people that I could hang out with on board the ship. Now, given this is different, it's a cold environment. I'm in Europe. When I'm going to the Caribbean, I meet people all the time, but man, this is the first time I've even thought about something like this. I'm being completely honest with all of you. So I am gonna grab some food real quick before we go in and get ready for the rest of the night. Now, I'll show you inside as well, but you see around this particular area, right now it's about 9:30. What would normally happen, and it was the same on my ship when I worked on board the NCL Escape, usually they let the crew come up here, which used to be the garden, but the Surfside Cafe, and actually get some of the guest food, which I think makes sense, justifiable, and it should be a regular thing. See what we got here? I can't party on an empty stomach. We got some cookies and cake and festivities over there. We got Parmesan Pollock. We got beef Florentine, beef brisket. Oh, this is enough to fill me up before tonight. Like I said, if you look around, most of the people in here are crew. And I do think it's very, very nice that NCL does this. So now that I'm all refreshed, I've ate. Before the ultimate dance party at the Prima Theater that turns into the Vegas-style nightclub, they're gonna have like, I guess, a pre-party at Sid Norman's. Let's see what's going on there. Here we are, Sid Norman's. Let's pop in for a second. Well, that was uneventful. I think we're gonna go ahead and head to the theater, the big party, the ultimate Prima party thing. The time has come. We are now going to head inside of the Prima Theater to check out the nightlife. I think they said it's a white party in there. I guess we'll see in a minute. What up, bro?
Party guys.
Oh.
Hey.
It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday. It's Friday again.
Check this out. Here we go.
So, the main party over in the Prima Theater is done. They have the after party over at Sid Norman's. So we're gonna head over there and see what's going on.
North Carolina here.
North Carolina.
Where are you from?
Tampa.
Florida.
Said he has some words for everybody.
Words for everybody.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good ship.
Overall.
Had a great time. 30th cruise.
30th. That's a lot of cruise. Anything you would say you don't like on the ship, or you like it all?
My wife don't like the lack of martinis.
I like my Jack and Coke, to be honest. My poison.
I'm not a Jack fan.
Oh, what?
It's
That's the end of the conversation. Oh, they say this is the after party. Let's see what's going on in here. So that was an eventful night. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I just wanted to give you guys a real perspective once again of the nightlife. It is nice they finally had the Prima Theater because they've only had it one other time since I've been here. And it's interesting to me, I'll talk about this in the review, I thought that was going to be like the main thing that they had, one of them. Because with the NCL Prima, the main selling points that I saw, or at least promotional points, would be the go-karts, the drop slide, which I'm going on tomorrow, and the Prima Theater that turns into the Vegas-style nightclub. But they only had it once. Maybe it's because of capacity limits. Well, I've heard other things, which I'll talk about another time. But yeah, either way, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I hope you guys enjoyed or got some type of value out of it. Questions, comments, concerns, as usual, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to get to them. Maybe not immediately, but I have a C day tomorrow, so I won't have signal, or well, depends when I post this. I guess I'll probably, by the time I post this, I'll be back on land and probably back in the US with regular signal. So I'll be able to get back to you guys. Anyway, I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe. Check out touring plans if you want to book a cruise or theme park, vacation, anything for that matter. And they'll make sure you're taken care of. Link in the description box below. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.